Hello everyone. In this video, I will show you how to use the online browser-based C++ compiler. It is OneCompiler. When you come to onecompiler.com/cpp, which is the C++ compiler, you can see the left pane is the editor that has the source code. In the right, there are two panes. In the bottom is the output pane, which will display the output from the program. And above it is stdin, which means standard input, is used as the input for the program. There is a default simple C++ program. And the file name is main.cpp. And if you click the Run button, the compiler will compile the program and run the program. Click on it, and you see the output is here. Hello world is supposed to be output from this program. Okay. Now, suppose we want to create a C++ project that has multiple files. First, make sure you create C++ program so that you can make sure the compiler is C++. It should be CPP. If you want to choose a language, you can click here and you will see a page of the supported languages. For this class, we click C++. All right. Now, suppose we need to create multiple files in this project, and we can click the plus sign. Suppose we want to create header file, so we choose new text file, and we can first rename the file. Suppose it is my class.h. .h means the header file. Okay, and then we need to enter the content, the source code of the file. You can type in here. All right. So this is the content of the header file, and this file declare a class, my class, and it has two member functions. One is my class, which is actually the constructor of the class, and another is member function display message. Okay. Now suppose we implement the class with another file. So click the class, and we need to create a C++ file, CPP file. So click new C++ file. And suppose the file name is my class.cpp. And in this file, we want to implement the file, implement the class, my class. Okay, suppose we enter the source code like this. All right, so this file should include the header file so that it will use the declared code in header file. All right, and then it defines the member functions. For the constructor, if you have anything need to define it, you may enter here. And to implement the member function display message. Suppose we simply output a message, maybe hello from my class, something like that. And then in our main file, that is actually the program of the file. Suppose we type in the content for the main function. Okay, it is to create an object of my class. That is my object. And then my object member function display message. And that is called the member function display message. Okay. And now you may want to change the project name, the title. Suppose name it as my class. This is the project name, and you may add some description and add any text you like. Save it. It automatically run the file. We can see that the errors. This is, you also can click the run button. You see the errors. It says my class was not declared in the scope. All right. Because in main function, it did not include the header file. So let's include the header file, my class.h. And let's try it again. All right, it still has the error. See, undefined reference to my class display message. That means the member function has no reference. We know usually once we have the header file included in the program, we should be able to access the definition of the member functions of the class. However, this system does not automatically load the code in the file that defines the member function. As you may know, when you use like GCC to compile your program, you need to add both the main.cpp and the myclass.cpp. So here, for this OneCompiler, what we can do is to include the file in the main program file. And we try it again. It works. Okay. So that means when we have multiple files in the project, we need to include all the other files, header files, and also the CPP file that define the classes in the header file into the main program file. Okay, this is one thing. Now, another thing, suppose in a program, you need to input something. Suppose we want to ask the user to input the first name so that we can enter some code. Like ask the user, please enter your first name. Okay. And suppose we declare a variable to accept its first name. Suppose it is string first name. And then it accepts input to the first name. And then we output hello and to display the first name. Okay, let's see. Actually, it is waiting for you to enter your first name. However, the OneCompiler is not interactive or progressive interactive. So if you have input, you should input here before you click the run button. Suppose I enter first name, click run. See, it should please enter your first name, and then it accepted the input and output hello first name. That's here, right? Now if you have multiple input, you need to input them before running the program here in the input area, input pane. Okay, for example, after input the first name, ask the user input the last name. Suppose a variable last name, and the user input last name. And now here you display the last name. Okay, let's run it. Here, because you did not enter the last name, so the last name is empty. So suppose enter also a last name. Now last name is displayed here. Okay. The output are all on one line. So suppose we add next line to the display. All right. See, it asks you to input first name and then last name. This is kind of progressive interaction between the program and the user. However, when it is waiting for input, the user may not know, right? So the user must input the input in the std-in, that is standard input area first, and then click the run button. And the program will be able to accept the multiple input and use them in the program. That's it. So this is what I like to alert you. When you have multiple input to a program, you need to place your input in the input area before clicking the run button, so your program can use the inputs in your program. That's it. Okay. Yeah, this editor is easy to use, but it does not support the progressive interaction between the program and the user. Another thing you need to know is this compiler, this tool does not support GUI program or graphical user interface programming. So if you need to create graphical user interface like a diagram, dialogue, then you cannot use this tool. You have to use your install the compiler and IDE on your own computer and use it. The online compiler does not support GUI programming or graphical user interface programming. That's it. Hope this helps you. Bye.